to take that bar off this guitar. I'm starting to use it more and more and more and more and more. Okay, so. How do you get the speed? I'm just talking about right hand for now. A lot of that's the proper pick grip. Part of it's having the fulcrum. So since I'm muting right now, the part that's touching the string is acting as the fulcrum. It's only 3:17. I thought it was like 3:45. So how do you get the speed? Most of that's how you're holding the pick. Remember what I said. So a lot of what I'm doing when I'm putting the pick to the string is I'm getting that downward tilt, choking up on the pick, as little a pick as possible, hitting that string. Now, I knew a guitar teacher when I first started teaching in the state I'm in right now. I used to teach up in Rhode Island. Now it's wonderful. The music store I worked with, they would just tell people where I lived and send them to my house. They would play guitar, and they would learn how to play guitar, and it was great. But then I came down here and I started teaching full time. I mean, this is what I did for a living. Is I just taught guitar. That was possible in the 90s, possible in the early 2000s. Things have changed, and I don't think it's possible to just be a guitar teacher anymore unless you're, at least in this area, you can't do it anymore. So I retired from teaching guitar. Well, now I'm teaching you. I'm going to try to work on a system where I can actually teach one-on-one personally and watch what you're doing. I just haven't found a way to do it yet, and we'll work on pricing and such like that, because it's basically paying for my time. In my experience, I'd be watching what you're doing and saying, you need to do this. And this is the problem with YouTube, is that you can see what I'm doing. I can't see what you're doing. And very often, we're not aware of things we do. You're not aware of the things that you do. You're so busy doing them, you're not aware of what you're doing. It takes an instructor to look at it and say, hey, do you know you're doing this? So, there's another guitar teacher that used to work there. He was there when I got there, and he would just, while he was playing, and everything would tense up. And he would be fast for a second, but then he'd start to choke up on it and get frustrated. And I would say, relax. Shh, take it down. If you can whisper while you're playing, you're relaxed. You need to relax. Now, it's really impossible to do this while you're all tensed. So, confidence is 90% of it, relaxing is the other 10. And if you had to put anything on it, it's like 0.1% is on how you're holding the pick and the actual. Now this motion actually comes from partially my shoulder, partially my elbow. It's not my hand trying to go like this, but it's more an isolation of the muscles in my shoulder and arm. So just put your pick on the string. This is your exercise for this week. Put your pick on the string. Get it to the other side of the string and stop. This is what that proper pick pattern. We're just doing nice eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Don't worry, next time, later on, when you get good at this, you just need all the flashing lights with that now. It's just get better. Get nice and relaxed. Let the tension out of your arm. We're only going twice as fast as we were. So you're doing. See, the less pick you have in there, the better this goes. If you start to get a slippity sound a little bit, good. That means you got the right amount of pick in there. Okay, work on that this week. We'll see you next week. We are learning to burning. I hope I filmed all that. I'll be very upset if I didn't. Yes, I did.